I tried so hard to cool off before I started this review. I've tried to. I caught SmackDown a little bit late tonight because I went out to the movies and saw Spider-Man Homecoming. Good movie. I recommend checking out. So then I come back to watch SmackDown Live. I was really fired up. There was a great Raw yesterday. Really did a good job getting built for SummerSlam. SmackDown Live. I was getting hope that SmackDown was getting its momentum back. Last week's show was good the first hour, a little off the second hour. This week's show was not that good. A couple little things I did like, a lot of things I didn't like, something I really, really didn't like. And I'm going to end up ranting a little bit in this video because there were several things on this show that I did not like. So once again, guys, this is the Club Band 1993 coming at you for my live review of SmackDown Live, which took place on the August 15, 2017 edition in Providence, Rhode Island, the go-home show of SmackDown Live for SummerSlam. I gotta admit, this show also kind of hurt my excitement a little bit for SummerSlam, mainly the SmackDown matches. Because in my honest opinion, some of these SmackDown matches that are going to be happening at SummerSlam haven't had much story to them. It's more so like, they're getting a title opportunity and that's it. Aren't going to create some type of tension between them. Like, to me, it feels like it's the beginning of a feud for a lot of these people, or a lot of these feuds. Don't do it that way. You know how, last year when Roman Reigns and Rusev started their feud, they had a good match on Raw, the main event of the Raw, the go-home show for SummerSlam. They didn't have a match at SummerSlam. New Day and the Club didn't even have a match. Well, they did, but then it turned to a whole Jon Stewart segment and then Big E returning from his ring postitis incident. And it just ruins the excitement. You don't want to see because you've just seen these matches. Or the fact that it's just like, it feels like it's the start of a feud. You expect bigger things down the line. No, this is where things need to be big. Things are going to end. Things are going to start new. A prime example, 2013, Daniel Bryan and John Cena having a match for the WWE Championship. What happens? Bryan wins. Orton cashes in. Begins something new. To me, a lot of matches on SmackDown Live going into SummerSlam are feeling like they're starting something new going into the biggest show of the year. No, that's not the case. And it's hurt some of the build. But let's get right into SmackDown Live. We first start with this promo with Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers coming out to celebrate this India's Independence Day. Happy Independence Day to India, to show respect to India. And pretty much says how he has been the best WWE champion ever. I can do this. Well, I'm sorry, Jinder. You've tried really hard. In my honest opinion, no, you have not done enough yet to make me want to see you be in a WWE Championship match, hence be the champion going into SummerSlam. And like he's saying all this bull crap, pretty much saying, "Oh, I'm the best champion." Just getting heat on him. Okay, I can forgive that. And then Nakamura comes out pretty much saying like, "Oh, tonight is India's Independence Day, but Sunday is SummerSlam, which that when I take away your WWE Championship." That's the most we've gotten out of this feud. I mean, besides, Nakamura winning clean over Cena, that was exciting to get a title opportunity. There hasn't been much build really, and I thought that maybe it's because they're saving for something better to happen, but we all know that something better is now not going to happen at SummerSlam, and we'll talk about that when we get to the main event. So I am looking forward to seeing Jinder Mahal, hopefully, and he better take that title off of, Shinsuke Nakamura better take that title off of Jinder Mahal. Okay, this is my personal opinion. If you guys are happy with Jinder Mahal being champion, that's fine. I completely respect that. But again, my personal opinion is they could have done a little better, and it's time to move on and give it to somebody else. Make that title feel relevant again. Please. It was so good until Randy Orton won the title at WrestleMania. Then that's when it went downhill. But yeah, so we have a match: Shinsuke Nakamura, Jinder Mahal on Sunday, hoping Shinsuke Nakamura wins and becomes the WWE champion. And then going forward, I'll tell you that later. We then had Natalya and Becky Lynch have a decent match. This was one of the better parts of the night. They had a pretty solid match with Naomi on commentary. Natalya defeated Becky by with a sharpshooting submission, tapping out. Not bad. I mean, they're making Natalya looking strong going into this match, her match with Naomi on Sunday. And again, this is a match that has had too much story to it, too much heat between Naomi and Natalya. It's more so Natalya winning a title shot at SummerSlam. I mean, she won the title shot at Battleground, going to have that SummerSlam, but hopefully done right with this cash-in. I feel like this is more just like a pushover if you lead to something bigger for somebody to have a moment at SummerSlam when Carmella cashes in her Money in the Bank and wins the title on either Natalya or Naomi. Doesn't matter to me, but I think that this was people were focused on, and if it's successful, which it better be, don't have Carmella fail her cash in. Who knows? Maybe John Cena will take part and then cause her to screw up. Maybe. Just saying. I'm sorry. I'll get to that later. But yeah, so this is a feud where it's like I can forgive it not having too much story to it, but because I think it's more focused on Carmella cashing in, constantly coming around saying, "Hey guys, I'm here," which I'm hoping she attempts to cash in on Sunday, and she will win the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. That is my prediction. But a decent match here by Becky and Natalya. And again, they've done a good job making Becky looking strong as number one contender. I mean, Naomi. Yeah, sorry, I'm just got so many thoughts in my head right now. They've done a good job, though, having Natalya looking strong going into her title match on Sunday. We then had this really awkward promo backstage between the weirdest combination, one of the weakest combinations you can talk about right now, and that's the alliance of Tamina and Lana. Tamina complaining that Lana hasn't used her ravishing beauty to get her what she wants. And Lana pretty much says, you're being overlooked, but I can help you crush and, get to there and be SmackDown Live Women's Champion. Just follow my lead. I can't take that seriously. Both of these women, well, Tamina, I just can't stand because, I think she is limited in the ring because of her history of injuries. She's limited in the ring. And then Lana, I can't take serious as a heel right now because she keeps losing. In my honest opinion, she needs to be more like an underdog in this feud. Just my opinion, right now, because she has done nothing but loss, and she looks weak in the ring. Like, you can't keep having her trying to say, I'm going to be this powerful woman and help you through here. No, Lana needs to accept right now that she's losing. She's losing. And if she's saying this stuff like I'm this powerful or Russian, what are you gonna do? Try to seduce right or something like that? Use your beauty? No. Well, I mean that could be a little bit interesting, but still, it's like I can't take Lana seriously right now, especially this whole alliance with Tamina and Lana saying, I'm gonna get you here, here, and there. How am I supposed to believe that when none of them are successful? I can't see it happening. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not enjoying this pairing between these two. Then we have another backstage promo with the Usos coming from Daniel Bryan and asking which members of the New Day will be involved in their SmackDown tag title rematch on Sunday. And he says Xavier Woods and Big E. But then they get a match tonight, scheduled later, against Xavier Woods and Kofi. And then I'm thinking, okay, if they can at least do what they did last night to at least have it make sense as to why they would have a match before SummerSlam, then I can forgive it. If not, then I don't know. But then we had a match between Rusev and Chad Gable, and basically consists of just Rusev trying to kill Chad Gable, which he pretty much destroyed him. Unfortunately, didn't make Gable look too good. It's trying to make Rusev look strong. And then after the match, he just takes a microphone and says, Randy. And despite, again, a feud that hasn't had that much story to it, in my honest opinion, Randy Orton is a really sick RK out of nowhere. So maybe with Randy Orton having Rusev's number, maybe Rusev will get the win over Randy Orton. I feel like he could use a big win some way, because in my mind, the story right now to me is, okay, Rusev has not been able to surpass Randy Orton, even though this is making him sound like the underdog in the feud, and Rusev should be the baby face and Randy Orton should be the heel. But, WWE has the roles in the wrong way, and we're supposed to feel bad for Randy Orton. We're thinking Rusev is to be the hero. So I hope Rusev gets a nice, clean win in a solid match on Sunday at SummerSlam. So we'll see what happens. We then had another pretty decent run. Here's a few on SmackDown I'm actually interested in. This match between AJ Styles and Kevin Owens for the United States Championship at SummerSlam, with Shane McMahon as a special guest referee. Now, last week, AJ Styles was trying to do a Pele kick on Kevin Owens. Shane got in the way, and he hit Shane. And I have enjoyed, how, despite the fact we're supposed to believe that AJ Styles and Shane McMahon, despite their issues earlier this year, that they're cool now. But Kevin Owens is doing whatever he can to push the buttons that those two had issues to, have Shane not, think so highly of AJ. But, I still really hope that either way, after this feud, first off, let's talk about what happened tonight. AJ came out pretty much apologizing to Shane, saying that was an accident. I did not mean to kick you. And Shane's like, I understand, I believe that it was an accident. But he says if it happens, if you put your hands on me on Sunday, he's like, most referees, are supposed to just respect your authorities. But I don't do that. If you put your hands on me, then I'm going to put my hands all over you. That's literally what he said. He's going to put his hands all over him. Sounded a tad bit awkward, but we get the gist of what Shane actually meant. So then we had Kevin Owens come out, pushing the buttons again, kissing up to Shane, saying that, hey, if I would put my hand on you, it would be a complete accident. But I know AJ wouldn't do it, so I just want to shake your hand. Pretty much, again, sucking up to him, and Shane saying, oh, I don't think you should be shaking my hand. You should be shaking the hand of your opponent. And they couldn't shake hands because Owens and Styles were just started going at it, and then Shane tried to get in their way, and then AJ went to start to throw a punch at AJ. At Kevin, but Owens ducked, and he almost punched Shane in the face. Shane got hold of his arm, and he's like, what we just got to get done talking about? I thought it would make sense that if I was Shane, I'd be thinking, okay, I know he was trying to hit Owens, but it's like, what we talk about? You got to be careful here, blah, blah, blah. I told you this happened. And then Owens went to try to, do a super kick or whatever on AJ, and he missed, and instead he got Shane. So both AJ and Kevin have both made contact with Shane. I really hope that, somehow I do see Shane McMahon getting involved somehow in this match. Well, maybe not during the match, even after the match, but I do see somehow Shane's going to get in a fight on Sunday. But it can't be AJ Styles because it wouldn't be as fresh. I really like to see if I'm predicting now AJ retains, and then Owens gets pissed off and he attacks Shane. I think something could happen though that will have Owens lose, because if Owens loses clean and he just attacks Shane, that to me that's him being a sore loser. But I do think this could help set up a feud down the line between Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon, and I would be interested in seeing that. Maybe in an Extreme Rules match or a street fight or a no DQ. Something interesting is something that'll bring out Shane's specialty, in my honest opinion, and having him doing his dare self. I don't know if he'd be jumping off Hell in a Cell again. I don't want to go that far. But this and Becky Lynch and Natalya are probably the only two things that I could give a thumbs up for tonight on this episode of SmackDown Live. But I do look forward to seeing this match between Kevin Owens and AJ Styles on Sunday. That should be wrapping up their feud. I think this could be hoping this would be their best match. We then had the Usos taking on the New Day, but the members of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. As again, as I said before, their match on Sunday, Big E and Xavier Woods will be their opponents, which to me, it kind of makes sense that Xavier Woods is in, because Xavier Woods was the one who, and it did specify this, Xavier Woods did in the backstage interview, that Xavier Woods was the one who won the titles. And it was the first time that Xavier Woods has ever got the winning pin to win a championship in his career, even if it's just the tag titles. But again, I know a lot of people last night at Raw were a little annoyed the fact that they did a couple matches like, Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor and the Cruiserweight Championship before SummerSlam. This is a match, though, that I don't know if I can quite forgive, because, the tag champs lost clean. And I felt a little bit better about it, seeing that the Usos, the match was decent, not their best match, but it was still a decent match. Their best match is at Battleground. But it made sense to me, and I was okay. I felt a little bit better of it, seeing that they got the winning pin on Kofi. But still, you go back to like what we were talking about, what the Lexman talked about last week on this video, about how champions lose clean. And if you pin a champion, even if it's in a non-title match, you shouldn't be champion. You should be the people who get the pin and the win should be champions. Kofi Kingston is part of the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. He is by the Freebird rule, even though he was in the match at Battleground because Big E sat out that match. But still, I can't quite forgive this one, because it just showed that, we can beat the New Day. We beat the New Day team somehow. And there's nothing else that's like, going to be different from our match on Sunday besides Big E being in there. So this one I can't quite forgive. So, decent match, but I was not happy that this match was done before SummerSlam. And also the fact, keep in mind too, they didn't put a stipulation on this match at all. This feud need a stipulation. TLC, ladder match. 2 out of 3 falls. Something. Just not a regular tag match for the SmackDown tag titles. I don't understand this logic. And I gotta keep saying, this was not a Ryan Ward show tonight. This was no doubt about it, a Road Dogg show. I don't care what people say. This was a Road Dogg show. We then had the final edition of Fashion Peaks. I will be honest, this was probably so far my least favorite segment for this whole the whole Fashion Files gimmick, because it's starting to really feel like they're not getting anywhere. They're not really getting anywhere with this whole case. Like last week it was Arn Anderson, or whatever the heck his name was, saying he was the one who trashed her off. I feel like there's somebody else who's involved with it. And they saw tonight's episode. They found like those little pieces of crap in that pie that the Ascension gave them. And one of them was a little note saying "to be," and pretty much they conclude that the tag team division is in danger. So like it shows that somebody is on their way. Is it the Wyatt family back together? Is AOP or Sanity coming up from NXT? Which I'm not sure if I would have any of these teams come up quite yet, especially if AOP is still the tag. Well, if AOP do somehow drop the tag titles of Sanity to Sunday, then I'll be okay with AOP coming up. But Sandy, I don't think is ready yet for the main roster, in my honest opinion. They still have more to accomplish, honestly. It'd be way too early for them to come up. But again, it started to feel a little bit repetitive, a little bit. So that's why I didn't. This Fashion Peaks finale thing was okay, but we didn't really figure anything out. And it says that Breezango will be back in 2 weeks. So maybe we'll probably find out then in 2 weeks. But for now, I gotta say this was all right. We then have the moment that I am sure I'm going to be ranting about for a while. So I apologize in advance. And let me just say before it starts, if you're okay with what happened with this, I fully respect that. But in my honest opinion, I am not happy with how this main event went. One of the greatest matches in SmackDown history, apparently. You said that a couple weeks ago. We said that with the tag matches with AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura against Kevin Owens and either Rusev or Baron Corbin. Now, the best one, no doubt about it, was either Shinsuke Nakamura and John Cena, the Triple Threat United States Championship match between Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, and Chris Jericho a few weeks ago, or the Triple Threat main event for the WWE Championship between Bray Wyatt, John Cena, and AJ Styles. This one was definitely not going to be like a big thing. It was the main event. It was Jinder Mahal, the WWE champion, versus John Cena, who was scheduled to go against Mr. Money in the Bank at the time, Baron Corbin, on Sunday at SummerSlam. This match was not good. I did not enjoy this match at all. What first thing that made me ticked off, Jinder Mahal kicked out of the AA. Why is John Cena still using the AA if it's not working? Everybody's kicking out. If Jinder Mahal can kick out of the AA, when in my honest opinion, he is still not the strongest WWE champion yet. Still, being a main eventer, before that, he was a nothing. How am I supposed to take him seriously? How am I supposed to, again, Samoa Joe wasn't able to kick out of the F5, but Jinder Mahal can kick out of John Cena's finisher. John Cena, the same guy who in 2012 beat Brock Lesnar, even though he hasn't beat him since. But still, that kind of ticked me off a little bit. Cena went for another AA from the top rope. Went for the pin. Out comes Baron Corbin to interfere. I'm thinking, okay, this is okay. Corbin's going to at least tease a cash-in maybe. So he gets Cena out of the way, and he starts walking back. So I'm just like, okay, maybe he's not going to cash in. That wouldn't make sense. But he turns around with his briefcase, and he starts walking back. I'm like, okay, yes. Tease the cash-in. But just, Cena can prevent him from cashing in. But whatever you do, don't have him lose that briefcase. What happens? The bell rings. Cena tries to get back into the ring. Corbin gets distracted by him, pushes him away. Jinder Mahal rolls up Baron Corbin. And just like that, Baron Corbin is no longer Mr. Money in the Bank. He is not even WWE champion. He lost. I mean, yeah, you can argue he got distracted. This is going to build up more heat between him and Cena for the match on Sunday. But do you guys realize this puts Baron Corbin in a terrible situation? Okay, in my opinion, this puts Baron Corbin in a terrible situation. This is why I'm pissed. Because Baron Corbin, at the beginning of the year, had all the momentum. He was a new star being built. A monster heel up on the rise on SmackDown Live. And then the iron was really hot when he feuded with Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship. And what happened? Well, I kind of forgave this one because I guess they did have plans to move Ambrose over to Raw. And also the match got moved to the pre-show after they moved the SmackDown Women's Championship onto the main show, which I thought that was okay since, it was giving Naomi her moment in her hometown. And then he had a match with Dean Ambrose, a non-title street fight match on the SmackDown Live WrestleMania, and he won, which, again, champions losing clean, shouldn't the guy who beat him be the champion? Just my honest opinion. But then tonight, Corbin winning that briefcase, I thought, yes, good move. He did all right as not the strongest Mr. Money in the Bank, but he did all right. Showing that he was a guy, he's like, I don't need this. I got this. And then he was doing the beatdowns and being on top. And even though he lost to Nakamura clean, he still did good things around that. 3 times, I found a tweet on Twitter, and I retweeted it. 3 times has there been a failed cash-in. First was by John Cena in 2012 when he cashed in a week ahead of time to fight CM Punk for the WWE Championship at Raw 1000. Then Damian Sandow, another uprising star, failed cash in against John Cena. Now Baron Corbin lost his Money in the Bank title contract because of John Cena. Again, I understand it makes sense. You're trying to build heat on him, but this is what it should have happened. Baron Corbin should have at least teased a cash-in. Teased a cash-in. And if Cena got in and stopped the match from starting, Corbin stole the briefcase, fine. But he costed Corbin a briefcase. I understand it's going to make him angry, but here's the thing. I was saying, last year around this time, I am trusting SmackDown Live and Ryan Ward with their writing that they'll make the right decision here and let Cena put over Baron Corbin. But with Road Dogg in charge now, I don't know if I can trust that. I'm scared now for Baron Corbin. If Baron Corbin sold that Money in the Bank briefcase going to Sunday, I would be okay. Because me thinking, okay, Corbin has a briefcase. He gets a big win over Cena at SummerSlam to give him momentum to go into later in the night. Shinsuke Nakamura wins. He cashes in on Shinsuke. He wins the title because to me, they have unfinished business, Nakamura and Corbin. They have a good feud for the WWE Championship. And I know a lot of people are thinking also, but Shinsuke could use a long title reign as well. I agree. I would be okay with Shinsuke getting a long title reign. But Baron Corbin is the guy who never wanted an NXT title down in NXT. And he's a star who's come a long way. He hasn't had as high expectations since Shinsuke Nakamura. In my opinion, if Nakamura didn't lost the title to Corbin, I think he'd be okay. But the iron is hot for a new star in Baron Corbin, a guy who didn't get any titles, who I want to see win a title. He's come a long way and done a great job. To lose his briefcase that's given him the opportunity. And now my opinion is here's what needs to happen. If Corbin loses Sunday, he's not getting close to the WWE Championship anytime soon. But he wins over Cena on Sunday. He's facing Shinsuke Nakamura, hopefully, for the WWE Championship if SmackDown does have a September pay-per-view. It hasn't been announced yet. Just rumored of an unknown event on September 10th in Seattle. If not, then the next SmackDown pay-per-view. Actually, in that case, there'll only be 2 SmackDown pay-per-views left for the year. Hell in a Cell in October and Roadblock in December. If they would decide to do something in September, I guess, who knows? I don't care. But if Baron Corbin beats Cena on Sunday, which I hope he does, I hope he just destroys Cena, get back his revenge for Cena costing him his Money in the Bank briefcase. And, after the match, too, Cena presenting his whole briefcase going, Baron Corbin needs to win Sunday more than ever because the iron was hot for him. And now him and his feud with Dean Ambrose kind of brought him down a little bit. The Money in the Bank briefcase got him up back a little bit, but this is really going to bring him back down. If Baron Corbin loses this time, his momentum's cut off. My honest opinion. If you think he should be okay, I'm cool with that. But me, I'm scared for Baron Corbin because I've really become a huge fan of Baron Corbin this year. I felt that this is going to be his big breakout year. He was going to make his big break, get a WWE Championship. But now, again, I'm honestly God worried. Really worried. Baron Corbin needs to beat John Cena on Sunday. No excuses. Please. So that is it, guys. That is my review / rant for tonight's episode of SmackDown Live. Before we go off the air, let me look at my Twitter polls. I posted 3 tonight. I posted them kind of late, so if nobody, takes part in them, it kind of doesn't surprise me because it's kind of late, and this was a really bland show. Didn't really get me too excited for too many matches for SummerSlam. If anything, now it's got me begging for 1 win at least, and actually 2 wins. Shinsuke Nakamura getting the title off of Jinder Mahal, and Baron Corbin beating John Cena. If Baron Corbin wins on Sunday, which he needs to, he has all rights to get his WWE Championship rematch. I mean, again, he didn't lose clean. He got distracted, but still, him losing Money in the Bank was not the right move to do. WWE really screwed up on that one. And I even tweeted them, and I said, where is it? Did my tweet get deleted? Wait, hold on. I swore I tweeted something. Aha. I put WWE if you bury Baron Corbin on Sunday, I'll be pissed. You better have a good reason to fail that cash in. And that's how I feel. They better have a good reason. So let me look, the Lexman made a video, it looks like, as well on this cash. I'd be very interested to see what he says about that as well. So I'm going to catch that after I finish this review. But anyways, let me look at my polls. I'm sorry to keep my viewers on this long. So first poll was, what grade would you give SmackDown Live tonight? 16 votes. Okay. 6% said A, 13% said B, 31% said C, 50% said D. Probably F. And I got 21 votes for this one, which I'm glad about. Was Baron Corbin failing to cash in? A good choice by WWE. 21 votes, 38% said yes, yes, yes. 62%, which I would definitely vote that if I saw this poll, said no, no, no. Good. And then I only got 2 votes for what show did you enjoy more this week, Raw or SmackDown Live? Oh, I forgot to put the hashtag by SmackDown Live. Only 2 votes for it though, but and both of them were for Raw. So yeah, but if I give a grade for this show, I mean, let me see here. The Independence Day celebration thing and the promo between Shinsuke and Jinder was average. I did enjoy the match between Becky and Natalya. I did enjoy, the New Day and Usos match. I won't give that like an average rating because of the fact that they gave away a match before SummerSlam. So that's a little bit average there. And what else did I enjoy? Oh, I enjoyed the promo with Shane, AJ, and KO. So because of that, I think I'll give SmackDown Live a C- for this week. A- for Raw last night, C- for SmackDown. Hopefully NXT has a good go-home show tomorrow. But yeah, that is it, guys. Please click that like and subscribe button for more content to come on my channel. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at DemandAirboy93. And probably tomorrow, sometime during the day, I will record my WWE Top 10 Topics show for the dual brand pay-per-view of SummerSlam. I'm going to have like a preview for some of my predictions for matches, again, since I do these live reviews now. So I will record that in front of the green screen on tomorrow, get that uploaded by the end of the day tomorrow. Hopefully I also should be live tomorrow night for my live NXT review, and then I'm going to still sometimes try to do those 2 video responses to my friends Rogue Kenobi's video of the top 10 NXT TakeOver Hidden Gems, and my friend Daniel Guys' top 5 opponents for John Cena on Raw that he hopefully will not bury on Raw. If he buries Baron Corbin this Sunday, I'm going to be pissed off because I've not enjoyed Cena's run since this time around, since he has returned on the July 4th episode of SmackDown Live. But yes, that is it, guys. Again, what grade would you give SmackDown Live tonight? I'm giving it a C-. Thank you all for watching, and get a good night's sleep, everybody, and have a great night. See you later.